So women on the internet feel like they're getting harassed at the gym, hence why this content creator decided to create her women's only gym. Let's get straight into the video.
30,000 women have now registered their interest to join my women's only gym. Like, to put that in perspective, the O2 Arena in London is 20,000 in terms of capacity. 30,000 is the same as this football stadium in Stoke-on-Trent. Like, this is so incredibly insane. Like, this is a place that I have poured my heart and soul into, and for 30,000 women to look at it and be like, yes, like, I want to be there, that could be my safe space, like, I would pay to go there, is so incredible.
A few weeks ago, I came on here and I said Black people do not know how to price our services because we're not privy to the conversations happening around like the inner workings of business. The truth is, Black people set prices based on how much we feel we're worth and our own personal struggles, which ultimately in a free market have nothing to do with the value of the product we're offering or our customers' willingness to pay. You know what? If she wants to charge £120 for her gym, she can go ahead and do that. That's completely her prerogative. But I think my question is, who sets one standard price for a subscription-based revenue model? Like, that doesn't really make any sense to me. I studied economics, but I'm not here to teach anyone basic economics or financial modeling, but you do make more money by price discriminating. You offer your customers more value depending on how much they can pay. That way you capture their willingness to pay at different price points, right? But I almost feel like she looked at how many followers she has and she asked herself, how badly do these people hate transphobic people? And how many of them kind of live within the vicinity of the area where I'm opening the gym?
It's giving broke. I mean, 1,200 Swedish crowns for a gym membership every month. That's not a lot of money. It's not. I pay, what, 500 Swedish crowns? So that's double my gym membership.
Natalie B Fitness charging £120 a month for a gym that's not big enough to swing a dog is actually daylight robbery, and we need to wake up. It is not our duty as consumers to pay back an entrepreneur's investment. She has invested £50,000 of her own hard-earned money, and all she has to do is sell 416 memberships to recoup back £50,000 back. That is...
But aren't you a girl's girl? This should be the greatest thing that has ever happened since sliced bread. At least to women, right? Because you feel unsafe. And if you feel unsafe, I am like, listen, when a woman says something about safety or uncomfortable, I run away from that because I do not want to be associated with making women feel uncomfortable. Now, women have said it. They feel uncomfortable at normal gyms. So here's a woman, and she came with a magnificent concept.
She will make back her £50,000 on day one. There is a wait list of 30,000 people wanting to sign up to her gym. There is a reason why she is charging £120 per month for this membership. And she thought, I'm going to be cheeky, test the water and see if stupid people are actually going to pay this amount of money for a women's only gym. By the way, she's not the first person to do a female only gym. There is thousands of female only gyms up and down the whole of the UK. And you know what? There are people who are willing to do it for a pink gym that is tiny, that has 2 treadmills. Do you really, really think that you are going to be having access to a treadmill where usually women want to do like 20 to 60 minutes on a cardio piece of equipment at peak time after work? Like, be so for real. I'm not even getting into the fact that she initially made it an inclusive place for even including transgender women, and now she's gone back on that. Let's not even get into that because that's a whole different argument here. Let's just talk about the fact that £120 is purely done so she can recoup back the 50k and keep it moving. It still baffles me.
But what is wrong with that? What is wrong with a female wanting to make money? What is wrong with an independent boss woman, a boss queen, trying to make some money? What's wrong with that? Why are you hating on a female? Creating a female-only gym. You guys should be celebrating her. This is Nelson Mandela we're talking about here.
That she has justified the fact that she's charging people £120 for luxurious bathrooms. Luxurious bathrooms. If someone told me there was a luxurious bathroom, I would expect a heated towel bin. I would expect little mini toiletries that you could take away with you. Bearing in mind, guys, this is £120 a month with no sauna, no swimming pool, no steam room, no concierge service. They have lockers. If I was paying £120 a month for my gym membership, I would expect someone to take my belongings for me, escort me to the locker, lock it up for me with a seat.
Then why don't you do it? I think it's a bad idea. It's not gonna work. Oh my God, she doesn't know what she's talking about. You have all of the ideas. Go out and do it you. Why are you hating on another woman for trying? And what is wrong with trying? I've noticed this on the internet. Like, bruh, if a person tries and fails, you're not gonna hear the end of it. Oh my God, I knew that wasn't gonna work. I'm behind it. I have no problem. If women feel uncomfortable at the gym, I think that they should create their only women's spaces. They should.
I have taken a few days away from social media to kind of review the situation and think about what my opinion is on this and how I can kind of relay this, because I don't want to come across as ignorant or uneducated. I'm going to be totally honest, I don't think I'm 1000% educated on the trans community, and okay. I know I should be, and I am trying. I just don't want to get cancelled for being transparent about that. For saying that, I don't think trans women should be penalised for what men have done in the gym. I've been harassed in the gym, I've been assaulted in the gym, and many other women have been, but we have been assaulted and harassed by men, not by trans women. Don't think this is a reason for leaving them out and excluding them from a women's only gym when they are women. I first saw Natalie's post, I saw so many comments saying that why can't biological women just have their own space, and why do they constantly have to cater to other people? And in some ways I kind of agreed with that, but being transphobic towards trans women affects everyone. Also saw so many comments from Muslim women saying that they would want to attend this gym and be able to take their hijabs off, or even in the changing rooms, and they wouldn't be able to do that if they were not in front of women who were born as women. Which again, I completely understand, and if that's their religion, that's their beliefs, like why can't they do that, and why shouldn't they be allowed a space where they can do that?
You get a community, you get safety, you get to hang out with other women.
We're at the Girls Spot launch weekender, and I'm going to be asking people what it means to be at the Girls Spot, what it means to be at a women's only gym. So the floor is yours. What does it mean to be at the Girls Spot today?
For me, it's just a safe space, being able to be around beautiful women, inspiring women, having that sort of like growth, like working on your body, your mind. It's just empowering. But shout out Natalie, thank you.
Thank you. And to you, sweetie.
And likewise, I think it's just about building community, and then just knowing that there's sisterhoods around you. It's just a great place just to make friends and build that sisterhood.
It's empowering, absolutely empowering, and to be around women in a safe space for women, with women from different backgrounds, religions, creeds, colours, cultures, all in one, like the mixture, it goes crazy.
As Muslim women, we always have been wanting to have a space that's not just because of us, but for us, and you've literally encapsulated that, and everyone as well.
It just shows the representation that you can have in this kind of community, in this space.
And when I see people break it down, they're saying, oh, it's only £4 a day, which fair enough, and it's in London. Why are you going gym every day? I don't go gym, so maybe gym every day is a normal thing, especially because I feel like the target audience is mature female, older 20s, young 30s. No one's going there every single day after their 9 to 5. 160 great British pounds.
Scariest thing happening with the Natalie B fitness discourse that's going around at the moment online is knowing the pipeline of like neutral turf to completely toxic turf that happens in the UK. So I think we're at this like really fragile point where either Natalie is going to go away, do some more research, speak with more trans people, legal people, scholars, etc., and come out and admit that she was wrong. But a lot of what these British TERFs do is that once they've been called out for a comment that they perceived as quite like neutral transphobia, so they just believed it was like this common sense thing that there's two sexes, same as there's two genders, and people rightfully called them out as transphobic, is that they then, instead of admitting that they were wrong and they'll go out and do the research, they literally just double down and find a community of like-minded individuals who like espouse this toxic rhetoric.
I could say the exact same thing to men. You know what, guys? You do not need a woman. You do not need to go on these crazy dates. You do not need to spend a lot of money. If she likes you, she'll come to the ghetto to see you. I used to be broke, guys. I'm still broke. I am. I still live in my mom's basement. I upgraded from one basement to another basement. But I used to be so broke, I did not even have a mattress, and I would get chicks coming to my apartment. The truth is, if she likes you, she will come to the ghetto to see you. That's just how it is.
So you've likely seen the outrage surrounding Natalie B Fitness's controversial The Girl Spot gym prices, pricing at about £120 per month. Now, some have come out to say that this is beyond reasonable, saying that this totals to about £4 a day, assuming that you go every day. And of course, due to the specialized classes and workshops that will be specialized to things like PCOS and menstrual cycle training, this makes the price way beyond reasonable. And of course, let's be fair, one woman created all of this more or less by herself. So I could fully understand why the prices might be a little bit more expensive than your average gym. However, you cannot ignore the other side of this coin and still act or claim that you are a good actor in this. As some people have fairly pointed out, this feels like a pink tax, Natalie, as of course, anything that has to relate to women has to cost an arm and a leg more. And of course, let's be honest, the main marketing of any all-girls gym, but specifically yours, Natalie, is that safety is the top priority. So when you're making the prices extortionate for a large demographic of women, especially during a recession and a cost of living crisis, ding-a-ling-a-ling, a lot of people are not going.
There's a recession right now for us as well. A recession does not discriminate. So if I want to take a girl out to McDonald's, should I be able to, or should I use that as an excuse? Because I can't. In girl world, I can't. I have to pay full price.
Obviously, Natalie Bennett is opening the Girl Spot gym. It looks amazing. Like, it's so cute. It's so pink. If it does become a bigger thing, like around the country, she's definitely making it a bit more of a normalised thing. It is something we need more of. I also think all women should be accepted there, and that is including trans women. It is really important because they need a safe space as well to kind of work out. I think it's not just a women-only issue.
Okay, let me just put that to bed, because if trans women are working out, none of the guys are going to try to do anything to a trans woman. I've never seen a guy try to do anything to a trans woman. Haven't seen it. Unless that trans woman is really, really like bad. I'm talking about like crazy bad. You can't even tell.
What do you mean you're going to have the idea for a women's only gym? You're going to share that idea. You're going to crowdfund for that idea. You're going to say it's an inclusive space. But when it comes time to actually opening, you're going to backtrack and say it's for biologically born women only. Number one, how do you police that? How are you enforcing that rule? Number two, trans women are not the threat. Let's be real here. When it comes to gyms, gym etiquette, being assaulted at the gym, trans women are not the threat and not the issue. And thirdly, have you ever taken a moment to actually step foot into an already existing women's only gym? Because the ones I've been to have been a gorgeous open space. Queer women, trans women, even if they're not in the gym right there at that time, you know, because it is said very explicitly that they are welcome there. And that creates a very positive and welcoming experience.
That's so weird, because trans women are hated by women when it comes to women issues. If a trans woman is competing against other women, then it's a big no-no. It is, right? But now all of a sudden, all women want to accept trans women as women because a black woman is creating a women's only gym. Make it make sense.